avoid coughing into the microphone. That. Let's go post this in Christian Dark Souls group. I'll put it down here. Don't know if we'll get a lot of viewers tonight because it is Monday night, but who knows? Maybe we'll see a couple people here. So turn down my volume on my phone. Well, actually, let's do a sound check. Once everything loads up here. Turn down my volume on my phone. Okay, cool. So that's a couple behind. That's okay. Fast forward. There we go. That should be up to date. Hey, how's it been, Neo? That's Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Alright. Now, I believe we're all set. Plans for tonight. Probably do some dungeons. I'm on DVD, but watching you also. Right. Oh, I was going to, oh, shucks, this is my blood level 4 character. Alright, technical difficulties. Got some viewers on. Thank you for joining me. I understand Monday night's a weird night, but, you know. There we go. Kentucky Rex. That's what I want. Boy, it's a good thing I didn't do anything with that character. I would cry if I figured out too late and, leveled him up. Okay, so we're going to start off by doing some dungeons on this character. Let's get some Ritual Blood 2. 2 of them. Ritual Blood 1's 2 of them. And we have, for those of you that are familiar with my D&D material, I've often said this is in my personal appendix in. You can honestly see a lot of the Call of Cthulhu and Dungeons and Dragons influence in From Software games, actually. And random dungeons are no different. Those of you that have been around the hobby for years, the first edition of the Dungeon Master's Guide, which I have over there, has procedures for making random dungeons. So the concept of random dungeon, of course, originates with Dungeons and Dragons to begin with. But you know, for those of you that are familiar with my D&D material. And so, first random dungeon. Let's see what we got. And we got some more viewers. So I want to say, how do you do? Greetings and salutations. Let's have ourselves a good time. I understand Monday night's a weird time to stream. As always, just be respectful and, you know, da-da-da. So, this is a random dungeon. My allergies are acting up today bad. Okay, there's a trap there. I do not see fire, but I hear a lot of footsteps up here, and I surmise those big... Yep, there's another kidnapper right there. Got some quicksilver, well, one quicksilver bullet. Uh-oh, hopefully the audio or the quality didn't drop. So let's kill this guy. Bloodstone shards. Now we've got a fire trap there. We got another bag man. This is actually why I like the random dungeons. Like, you see some very strange things. Yourself to get out of it, because there were no exits to it. Another ritual blood. There's either something underneath or on the other side. So I'm checking for secret doors. So far, nothing. Of course, feel free to take part in the conversation if you wish to give some feedback and just, talk and interact and whatnot. Okay, what we got here? Okay, nothing too out of the ordinary yet. Got him. So this should be the treasure room. Huh. This is not the treasure room. This indeed seems to be a shortcut to another passage. Uh-oh. Set the trap off. That was close. This is the treasure room. Gotcha. So let's see what kind of dungeon materials we get in here. And we'll open up the main treasure here in a minute. But let's see what's in these. So far we've been getting Chalice dungeon materials, but nothing spectacularly out of the ordinary. So what's in here? Bone marrow ash. So, kind of a waste of time, but no big deal. The mystery of this. What in the world? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of scared me a little bit. Took me by surprise. Had no clue what was happening. Just kind of dropped out of nowhere. Okay. Nothing too out of the ordinary yet. Okay, what's through this door? I don't think we can open it. Not from this side. There's the sound of rushing water, I believe. Gotcha. Alrighty. But what's down here? Shining coins, and that's it. Okay. So with that, we have unlocked the area going to the boss fight. And there's another side area here. Alcove there. That might have been a secondary passage. Heavy footsteps. We're going to stay down here for a moment. Okay. I knew there had to be a surprise here somewhere. Gotcha. Ritual Blood 2. Very strange little random dungeon here. There's a lot of these guys everywhere in this one. Normally you only see a few in a level 1, or depth 1 I should say. A depth 1 dungeon, which is what this is. This is a depth 1. Depth in this game indicates difficulty. Okay. And this must be the treasure room. Bring out the Zappo stick. Fire paper, which is a little bit of a disappointment going through all this trouble, but at depth 1s, I think the only thing of value in a random depth 1 dungeon is the uncanny saw cleaver. And I do hope to get all uncanny versions. Uncanny and lost versions of the weapons. Very strange. But with that, I guess we're ready to take on the boss of this layer. Which I wonder what it is. Man-eater boar. Dang, he kicked me. Got him. Probably slaughtered. Radiant Blood Gem, which, if I remember right, recovers stamina faster. But stamina is not that important in this game. Ow. He hit me. Alright, let's kill the bell ringing woman. Gotcha. Quicksilver bullets. What's the treasure here? Got it. Uncanny saw cleaver, which is honestly a little bit better in terms of having physical damage than our current saw cleaver. And so I may end up improving it instead. Where am I at on this? I'm at a +6. That's totally fine. I can upgrade to a +6, especially doing the dungeons and just kind of trying to farm twin bloodstones. Uh-huh. These guys are weak to elemental damage, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to have the Tonitrus. And it just basically comes around in a circle. Hi, Daddy. Is Addie watching? Or Timber. Eddie's asleep. It's Timber. Okay. Well, let's see, huh? Let's go this way. It's the only way we can go. Well, I hear the bell of a oh no, I'm gonna die if I don't chill out here. about that. I knew I heard a sinister bell. There she is. We have another one. Well, then she must be up there. Oh no. And we're all taken care of on that. That got a little sticky, which I got a little careless in some places too. It's okay though. Ended up replacing all of our lost blood vials anyway. Oh, cannon. There we go. That cannon normally glitches out. Well, cannons in this game normally glitch out. Okay. Cool. Gotcha. There we go. Now we may head back, get ready to go to the boss area, which I don't know if there will be, again, random dungeon, so not sure entirely if there will be a side area, side treasure area or not. Originally this game, all the dungeons were going to be randomly generated, but I think towards the end of it all, they decided, towards its release, they decided it was better to have a couple of set dungeons and just let the root chalices be the randomly generated ones. Would be easier if you simply decided to use some set dungeons that utilize the same glyphs. Oh, buddy, it's one of these areas. Sweet. And there's a pig. Daggone. If I didn't take a Smack from a poison knife. Oh, what's that item over there? Sometimes you find some strange items like a great one cold blood or something. But not this time. I've made dungeons like that before. I think I made one that was a depth one where you get the Ring of Betrothal, and that's a hard one to... It's a hard one to make. Gotcha. There is absolutely no reason, since we have the main treasure, to go down there. So we're not going to, because I hear the bell of a sinister woman, and those areas are not exactly very easy to navigate. They can be a little bit iffy sometimes. I hear a lot of angry voices down there. They are not happy that I'm here. Basically, you do not, excuse me, you do not have to explore every nook and cranny. As long as you have the main treasure, you're okay. Oh boy. Got rid of him. That's a pretty good blood gem, I gotta say. For a level 1 or depth 1 dungeon, that's a pretty darn good blood gem. Because that's a level 3. Speaking of which, I wonder how many levels this dungeon has, if it has 3 or 4. So far, no secret areas that I've found anyway. Might not have been looking too hard. Okay. There's an extra side area over here. So it's down here. You, sir. I'm gonna get rid of you. Okay, that was just a candle. Molotov cocktail. How about this? No secret there. No secret there. No secret there. Alright, how about over here? I can't believe I fell for that. Okay. None over here either. So the switch has to be in here. We have unlocked the door. Got another side area here. Head down the stairs. Got some rats. Not today, Mickey. That did some exterminating. So, I wonder what's in this area. Doesn't look very fun. Got a bagman, got a rat. There's a whole nest of rats. Okay. What's this? What's this area? Uh-huh. Okay. Apparently I didn't see that door. There is the treasure room, I'm guessing. What'd we get? Ritual blood. So, even though we got plenty of it, it'll help us when we decide to make the hinter tombs. But there's this little side area that's on the way. We might as well check it out. Oh, there's a boulder trap. Dang. That was a rough way to go. Got a cursed fire gem. I suppose if I decided I wanted to go full-blown fire, I suppose I've got a choice now, even though I don't know what the secondary effect for the cursed fire gem is. Let's find out. Weapon durability down. Whew, that's a little rough. Oh no, I had one escape. Oh well. Okay, yeah. Really, in the end, it wasn't that worth it to come over here. So, let's go find out who the boss is and see whether or not this is a 3 or 4 layer. We'll find out soon enough. Boss room, it's normally the last boss, but not always. Probably the watchdog. No, I don't see him, so it can't be the watchdog. Undead giant. Meant to... Mistiming my dodges through his chains. Got him. I believe this is the last layer. Yep, that was it. There's no other rooms heading down. I figured it'd be the hot dog, but apparently I was wrong. Alright.
Welcome home, good Hubbard. Very well, Bled. Farewell, good maid.
Okay. So, let us put aside the dungeons forbidden. Let's just go to the Forbidden Woods. We have a couple options and places we can go. And there's some goodies here to help with weapon improvements. In addition to giving us some keys to reach other areas for additional materials for weapon fortification. Excuse me. Get some more twin bloodstones. Come do something about it, buddy. You didn't walk into the fire like I hoped. We want to get everything we can in this area. Now we are going to run up here by the flowers. Up here we'll find more beast blood pellets. And we're going to get this item over here. Some more thick cold blood. Quicksilver bullets. And we are going to run into our first side area key. So we received our first side area key, the tonsil stone, a lattice deformed rock, or perhaps a meteorite. Appears useless, but possesses some odd gravitational force that prevents its riddance. A dubious soul once said, "Step lightly round to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength." There's a secondary key we're going to get down there, but first we want to grab a few items up here. So we have the white church hunter set. Attire of special church doctors. These doctors are superiors to the black preventative hunters, specialists in experimentally backed blood administration and the scourge of the beast. They believe that medicine is not a means of treatment, but rather a method for research, and that some knowledge can only be obtained by exposing oneself to sickness. Beast Roar. One of the forbidden hunter tools made by irreverent Izzy borrowed the strength of the terrible undead dark beasts, if only for a moment to blast surrounding foes back with the force of a roaring beast. The indescribable sound is broadcast with the caster's own vocal cords, which begs the question, what terrible things lurk deep within the frames of men? With that, we can go ahead and make our way to go get the other key to the other side area. But first we have blue elixir. It's our first time grabbing it. Dubious liquid medicine used in strange experiments conducted by high ministers of the healing church, a type of anesthetic that numbs the brain. Hunters able to retain consciousness by force will make use of a secondary effect of the medicine, which dilutes their presence while standing still. We used to use it quite often in PvP. Sneak up on people to grief them. Now this area, we're not really going to fight anything down here. We're just going to run straight through, but we are going to take note of some of the surroundings. As you can see, there's a lot of these mold spores, and there's a reason for that, and that is because this area is supposedly connected to the chalice dungeons, and these are mature tomb molds. And going down here, we open up to an area that is supposedly the original location of the gravestone. Of course, the tomb mold, the more mature tomb mold, is used in actuality the deeper chalice dungeons, like the gravestone and the Tumru Il. Some bigger corpses, looking like giants. Very long ladder, very steep drop. Certain death awaits, of course. We climb this ladder. We see more of these corpses, rather big corpses. Popping up, grabbing this, opening this door. And we find ourselves in a familiar area. Yosefka's clinic. So let's go round the back. We can see a brain sucker. With Madman's knowledge by the well. Climbing up this ladder. Enter this area, and we're going to explore a little bit. Well, first thing we're going to do before we go through that door, we're going to go over to this hallway. We notice a corpse on a table. Humanoid arm on this hand, but totally not human-like on the other. We have found ourselves another communion room. Now I can't remember if this one has a different... Nope, it does not. We'll go through that door here in a minute, just to show something. But first, we're going to go through this door down here. To the Forsaken Castle Canehurst. Rather bafflingly, it is addressed to you. Do not hesitate. The stagecoach leaves from Hemwick Crossing. And we have Yosefka's blood vial, which we looked at earlier. We've opened this door, but let's look at this note. And apparently, this is the room we woke up in originally, at the beginning of the game. Now, let's see what happens if we go through this door over here. Of course, the imposter Yosefka is upstairs. We're not going to fight her. If you stay, you have to fight her. She'll be hostile. We're not going to go that route, simply because she is actually rather difficult, although not impossible at this level. And really the only reward you get is a rune that we're going to eventually get from somebody else later. So what we're going to do now is we are going to head to the pardon me. We're going to head to the Cathedral Ward. Now we have quite a few echoes, and we picked up quite a few twin bloodstones, so I'm wondering if we have enough to level up any weapons or not. Not quite. We're about 2 shy of that. We can upgrade that to +5. We will. I don't think we picked up anything better than what's on this currently. How about this? I don't think so. Doesn't appear so. So let's go ahead and use our echoes to level up, and then we're going to go to Cathedral Ward. Okay. We're still talking about the church. Okay. Click that up. 20. We're going to get 25 in those 3 stats, and then we're going to level up Blood Tinge, because I figured, you know what, why not? I'm going to try to get this character max level anyway. I think it'd be interesting, you know, just to kind of goof around with. So let's head to the Cathedral Ward, because in the last episode of this character we did find some more survivors. And as you can see, we definitely have more survivors.
Oh, the hunter. Alive and well at that. Another one you sent made it here safe and sound. This place is a haven now for so many. Thanks to you. I'm overjoyed. Really? That you'd even give me the time of day. I don't suppose there's anybody out there worth saving anymore. But you did all you could. And so many owe you so much. Amazing, really. Not because you're a hunter, but because you're you. Makes me think. Once dawn breaks, maybe I can just, you know, start over. Makes it easier to bear all of this, you see. You've made life easier. Thank you.
So we do have all the survivors. You will see some faces. Now this is the distrustful man. You remember we told him to go to the clinic and he came here instead. That's the point. He will go to the opposite of wherever you send him. If you tell him to come to the cathedral, he'll go to the clinic. If you tell him to go to the clinic, he'll come here.
How are you? The swindling off-comer. Did you really think that'd work? No fooling me. Now, off with you. You heard me. Go away. I can't stand the stench of your lying breath. I'll spare you one nugget of advice. Beware the lady of the night. I can see it in her eyes. She deeply resents the young saint. She hears people whisper. She knows what people think of her. Yes. She despises the saint for having what she doesn't. Bloody wench, they should have moved her on ages ago.
Now, I'm going to try to do some alternate things with the survivors here, but for this playthrough, I'm going to have the best outcome. So here is Adela the nun.
Oh, brave hunter. You're alive. Thank you very much. The tower is in disarray, but there are still people here. Together we await the help of the healing church. I cannot begin to express my gratitude to you. The only thing that I can offer is my own lowly blood, if it would suffice. Yes, of course. Come in close. Now, take my blood.
There we go. Blood of Adela. Blood taken from Adela, nun of the healing church, restores an amount of HP, then continues to gradually restore HP for a short time. The healing church nuns are chosen for their merit as vessels for blood, and groomed as blood saints. The mere chance of being treated with their blood lends legitimacy to the healing church and communion. So we're going to use it. It does continue to regenerate health. Something you can't receive blood treatment from Adela or Ariana at the same time. So you have to have one or the other.
Oh, hello, dear. You weren't lying. This is a safe place.
Notice the nun.
I'm in your debt.
Notice the nun in the background there as we talk to Ariana.
I'd like to tender my thanks, but I haven't much to offer. All I can give is my blood. But would you even take a horse blood? Oh, good. Come close, dear. Don't worry, this isn't the first time.
And you can see she turns her face away after we're done talking. Now, if you receive 3 blood treatments from Ariana, the nun will actually kill her. Remember what the distrustful man over there said? It's actually quite the opposite. The Lady of the Night is not jealous of the nun. The nun is jealous of the Lady of the Night. Blood of Ariana. Blood taken from Ariana, Cathedral Ward Woman of Pleasure. The sweet blood of Ariana restores HP and temporarily speeds stamina recovery. A member of the old healing church would know that her blood is similar indeed to precisely what was once forbidden. And we're going to be heading to that area here in a little while. But first, we're going to head back to the dream, and we're going to finish up the Forbidden Woods. And then we're going to head to a couple of side areas. We're going to finish up the Forbidden Woods. Then we're going to head to a couple of side areas. And then that'll probably be it for tonight. But let's go to the Forbidden Woods. So, we're going to continue on our way again. That is a trap, by the way. I used to get people with PvP, with it in PvP all the time. We're going to take the easier route. twin bloodstone shards. The reason we want to do the following area is because it'll be the reward for killing the boss here will make taking on a particular boss in one of the side areas quite a bit easier. That we are going to. Okay, that man's already dead. We're going to take this way. We're going to get more twin bloodstone shards. We're going to open up this shortcut so that if something goes wrong, we can just simply, instead of taking that route around, we can just take this shortcut through here and end up close to where we were. Now we need to run. Now there's a few objects and consumables in some of those areas, but we're not worried about them. We're just going to grab stuff we know we're going to need. So we've reached our first snake-headed enemy. There we go. I couldn't quite remember the parry window on this guy. But it doesn't matter. We got him. So we're going to grab a few things up here and meet another NPC. Poison knife. We see a character slumped over a few dead bodies.
Wow. Blimey, don't scare me like that. On a night like this, I took you for a monster. Oh, thank the stars, you're fairly normal. Was it you who put down that awful beast? Ooh, that thing had me trembling, frozen in my boots. And then you came along. Well, if you're a hunter, then would you know of any safe havens?
Now, normally I'd fight this guy, but I'm going to just show everybody the easiest way. Just send him to Yosefka's clinic.
Lovely. Thank you. It's about time I made a move. I can't very well stay out on my own. Oh, you're giving me hope. Terribly kind of you. Take this.
It's all I can offer us, thanks.
And he'll go to Yusefka's clinic, and he won't be our problem anymore. Now, there's an object down here, and it is a new firearm. The cannon, which we do not have the stats for yet. Large prototype firearms fashioned by the workshop heretics, the powder kegs. Use of this weapon is equivalent to toting a mounted cannon, complete with its ridiculous weight, staggering kick, and lavish use of quicksilver bullets into battle. Such a monstrosity was doomed from the start, and indeed its development was cut short, yet against impossibly gigantic foes, it might just be the thing. And I'm suddenly reminded that I still haven't finished up Jura. That's okay, we'll get him on this session tonight. So, if I'm going to be totally honest, the Forbidden Woods is probably my least favorite area of the game. I don't have a lot of love for it. I find it, honestly, a little too long. There's some instances in which I get turned around and have lost my way. It's a me problem, but still not a huge fan. Now let us go unlock the shortcut from the lamp. And we have a new NPC right over here, and we'll talk to him. And we're going to head back to the dream after we talk to him.
Ah, a new face, are you? And an accomplished hunter, it would appear. I am Walter, Master of the League. Members of the League cleanse the streets of all that filth spread about during the hunt. Like any half-decent hunter ought to. No? I've seen enough of these wretched beasts, freakish slugs and mad doctors. Sentence these fiends to death with the help of your League confederates. What do you say? Why not join the League?
Join the League.
Yes, as a hunter well should. Commit this to heart. Our own Carol rune, symbol of the League. The night brims with defiled scum and is permeated by their rotten stench. Just think, now you're all set to hunt and kill to your heart's content. Hunt in cooperation with your fellows, your League confederates. Now, there is one thing you must know. By the oath of the League, those who bear its wound will see vermin. Vermin rive deep within all filth and are the root of man's impurity. All vermin are to be crushed. The League exists to expunge all vermin, ridding us of any trace of human corruption. And so, until we are rid of all vermin, you must continue to hunt and kill. This bloody fate is ours alone. Do not expect the world to grasp our work. Remember, the Confederates will always have my blessing, and each other. Always.
So we have our first, often referred to as Covenant runes. And that is, of course, the Confederate Carol rune. It is an oath. The Carol rune that transcribes inhuman sounds. This rune, discovered inside the forbidden beast eater, came to symbolize impurity and the oath of the League. Confederates of the League cooperate with hunters from other worlds and hunt to discover vermin. Vermin writhe within filth and are the root of man's impurity. crush all vermin without hesitation. And we are going to equip it because I think for the first time in this playthrough I am going to summon some NPCs. Because I want to try to collect as much vermin as I can. I can't quite remember if using those NPCs will generate vermin from the boss fight, but it's handy to have. So with that, let's see if we have enough to level up this weapon yet. Certainly do. Nothing really helps us quite yet, so we'll just put that on there. Just to have it. So, back to the Forbidden Woods, and we'll pay a visit to Yusefka's clinic later, but we'll do it when we're trying to, when we're getting ready in for the night, because I need to go talk to Jura as well. So unfortunately we will not have anything that will upgrade our Tonitrus until later in terms of blood gems, unfortunately, because Tonitrus is really good at this stage of the game. Kind of has a fall off, but okay. It's not like major. Gotcha.